Hello, and in this recipe we are going to make curry style potatoes. Spicy, simple, and easy. And the main ingredient would be turmeric and some chili powder, pinch of cumin. If you have masala, go ahead and add a little bit of masala and some salt. So you get 2 tomatoes, cut them up, half an onion, red or white, 3 garlics, and 2 to 3 potatoes, and 2 jalapeno peppers. And cactus is optional. So we're gonna start by sauteing our potatoes. Now this is a recipe that I've adapted, and I made it without the chicken. But if you're gonna do it with chicken, you fry the chicken and get it brown. So this is with potatoes, which is also real good. So we're gonna go ahead and get it all browned up, make it real good. So go ahead and add your potatoes and your onions and your garlic and brown it real good. And add your tomatoes as well. That sounds good already. It smells real good too. And this is good for you. And we're just gonna get it real brown. And you could also do this with your favorite salsa. Just pour your favorite salsa in there and steam it until the potatoes are done, and it's delicious. I do several different types of potato recipes. I have like a couple. Chili potatoes. This is more like curry style with curry powder, which is turmeric. Okay. Now go ahead and season that with about 1 tablespoon of turmeric. About 1 tablespoon of chili powder. A pinch of cumin, about a teaspoon. And we're just gonna fry this all together. Now, this original recipe calls for chicken, but I decided not to have it with chicken, and I want to do it with either cauliflower or potatoes, so this is the one with potatoes. This way, if you did it Mexican style, this would be papas a la mexicana, with tomatoes and onions and peppers like this, except you wouldn't use the turmeric powder. You would use salt and either chicken bouillon powder. Now that's starting to look delicious. Look at that. So these are curry style potatoes. Just let that brown real good. The browner the better. So we are going to add about a tablespoon of salt. Look at the color on that. A tablespoon of salt. And you're just gonna fry that real good. Now cactus is optional. I like to put it in there because I like it in my sauce. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in there. You don't have to put it in there, so go ahead and skip that if you don't want to. I like it in there. Go ahead and check out my videos on what to do with cactus and how to cook it in different ways. The more vegetables that you can get into your dish, the better. And try adding cinnamon and turmeric to your diet. It's very good for you. Now look at all those vegetables in there.
Yummy.
So just let that fry real good. You want it to get really brown. And it's going to make a very thick curry sauce once the tomatoes cook down. Just let it get real brown first. And over here I have a chicken chili soup that I just made today. Check out the video for that. It's very spicy as well. Just let everything caramelize and brown down, and it's going to make its own sauce. It's going to make its own sauce. So if you can incorporate more spices into your food, go ahead, because it's very healthy and it makes a big difference. So see, these are cooking down. They're looking real good. Now if you wanted to do this with chicken wings instead of potatoes, it would be delicious. But this is more of a vegan, vegetarian option right here. So you're just gonna fry it until that tomato comes down into a thick, thick sauce. See, it's starting to get its sauce. Don't mind these cactus, but they're just really good in there. It's going to make its own sauce with the curry powder, the tomatoes, and the chili, and the oil. And we're just going to add a little bit of water. See that sauce already starting to make it? It looks good, huh? And if it needs more salt, you'll add more salt. But it's going to be very colorful and full of flavor. Also, what goes in here is a little bit of ginger, fresh ginger. But I didn't have any today, so I used extra garlic. And maybe a pinch of coriander powder if you have it. If not, a couple of cilantro leaves. And it's starting to make its own thick curry sauce, see? Now again, if you wanted to make this Mexican style, leave out the turmeric powder and just follow the same steps, and you'll just add salsa. I like how those tomatoes fry up and just make their own sauce. Look at the sauce starting to make. Also, you make the same type of sauce and put fried eggs in it. It's delicious. Or put chicken in there with a chipotle pepper. It makes such a good flavored sauce. And look at our sauce already starting to cook up from curry powder and tomatoes. Looking good, huh? So we're just going to add the water last. And again, look at this beautiful sauce it's starting to make. And I'm always for healthier stuff. If you can cut out the meat and stuff and just learn how to cook vegetables and add more vegetables to your diet and cut out sugar, you'll be much more healthier. So what a beautiful red sauce this is. Look at this sauce. And I have it on medium-high heat because I'm extracting the juices right now out of those tomatoes. And it's making its own sauce. So if you have a bunch of tomatoes and a couple of jalapenos and onions, fry them down until it's really fried, and then you have a delicious sauce right there. And then what I like to do is add some chipotle pepper to it, and it comes out so good. So you can make all kinds of different things. Just be creative. I'm always in the kitchen mixing up something. So you see how those vegetables are really reducing down? Even the cactus, it looked like a lot, but look, now it's all gone. And it tastes good. It really does taste real good. Listen to that sound, it sounds good. Now look at, our tomatoes are almost gone. That means they're almost frying up. So this is a tomato-based curry with spices in it. So I don't have any masala, but you can use it with what I gave you, turmeric and chili powder, coriander, cumin, a lot of Indian spices. Go ahead and learn how to make different types of food. Me, I can't stand the same types of food all the time. Like, I'm constantly reinventing food because I like to eat different stuff, and I like to make stuff healthier. So here we are in here doing something different. Now you see, that's a nice thick sauce. The last step is when those tomatoes are cooked down to add our water. And if it needs more salt, you add more salt. And if you need it more spicy, add more chili powder and a little bit more turmeric. Then you're just gonna add a little bit of water. Maybe about a cup of water, depending on how many you have. And that's how you turn it into a delicious potato stew. Now, this is potato stew curry with cactus, but again, you don't have to put the cactus. It's great with cauliflower. This is almost like Mexican style, except they don't put turmeric in theirs. They put salsa and other spices. So look at this, we have our sauce already. Just let it boil until your potatoes are cooked. And I would serve this with rice or put it in a burrito. It all depends on you. And that's it, you guys. Let it boil until the potatoes are cooked, and you have yourself a simple vegetarian dish with spicy curry sauce.